Do you want to be known as someone who gives up after one ping? Someone who tilts after their teammates make one mistake? Someone who types in chat instead of playing the damn game? Because that's exactly who you are right now. And that's exactly why you're stuck. I don't care if you're iron. I don't care if you're diamond. I don't care if you're even master tier. If you have the mentality I'm about to describe, you deserve to be stuck and you will stay stuck. Today I'm going to show you the exact mindset that took me from Hardstuck Diamond 4 to Master Tier. The same mindset I'm going to use right now to push for Grandmaster and Challenger. And I'm going to prove it to you that 99.999% of players will never escape their rank because they refuse to adopt what I'm about to tell you. This isn't going to be comfortable. This isn't going to be easy to hear, but you stick with me for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to fundamentally change your perspective on how you approach not just League of Legends, but your entire life. Let's get into it. Here's what's happening in your games right now. You load in, you're playing well, you're doing everything right, you're up 20 CS, then your jungler randomly dies to Raptors at level 3, your top laner gets first blood. What do? You start typing, you start pinging, you start feeling that familiar emotion rising in your chest, that frustration, that anger, that sense of why me? Why do I always get these NPC teammates? Here's the issue. You're using 70% of your brain power to actually play the game to win. And 30% of it is to complain, to rage, to type, to ping, to feel sorry for yourself. Let me put this in perspective for you. While you're typing GG jungle gap in chat, what's happening in the game? You know, the enemy jungler is taking your blue buff. The wave is crashing into your tower. You're missing farm. You're missing information on the map. You don't know where the support is. Every single second you spend with your hands and on your keyboard, instead of your mouse, is a second the enemy is getting ahead for free. Every single moment you spend thinking about how worthless this game is, how unfair it is a moment you're not thinking about how do I win. You think you deserve to win because you played well, because you didn't int, because you tried harder than your teammates. Let me tell you something that's going to fucking sting. You do not deserve anything. What happens will happen. That's it. There's no cosmic justice system in League or in real life that rewards you for quote-unquote deserving a win. The enemy nexus didn't explode because you feel like you earned it. It explodes because you made it explode. And every second you spend in the mindset of I deserve this win is a second you're not spending in the mindset of how do I get this win? Here's what you need to understand. In League, just like real life, every single second counts. You need to be grateful for every second. Value it, cherish it. 1 second, that's all it takes for the enemy to ward Baron. That's all it takes for them to get the ward down, then take it in the next 5 seconds. 1 second for them to collapse on your overextended top laner. 1 second for you to miss the flash prediction that wins the game. You don't have the luxury or the time to be complaining. You don't have any single second to compensate for anything. You don't have the position to feel sorry for yourself. While you're typing a paragraph, crying in chat about how your mid laner should just uninstall, the enemy is taking your jungle, where you're spam pinging your O3 top, you're missing the wave crash, the bot that maybe you could have gotten an item that would have got you back into the game, you're actively, deliberately, consciously choosing to lose. And the worst part is, you don't even realize it. Look at everyone around you. I bet every single person you've ever met has done the exact same shit I just said. All these Hardstuck streamers, all these all in your friend group, maybe at school, all your classmates do the same exact things. And the worst part is you guys don't even realize it's a problem. The first step to solving an issue is to realize that you have a problem in the first place. And most of you don't even realize it. Instead, you embrace it. You embrace this victim mentality, this victim mindset. You can't be doing this shit. So here's what changes today, right now, this moment. As soon as you're done watching this video, you're going to use 100% of your brain power to win every single game. No matter what happens, no matter who is on your team, no matter what emotional state you're in, no matter if you're up 10 kills or 10 kills down, nothing will phase you anymore. Because you're going to realize something fundamental about life and about League in general. Nothing is fair. Nothing is fair. Let me say it one more time. Nothing is fair. And once you truly accept this, everything will change, Then it's sunshine and rainbows. Not really, but you get me. Okay, listen to me. In real life, people are born into, like, wealth, millions of dollars. They didn't even fucking have to earn, like, I don't know, maybe daddy just, like, gave them to it for free. Handed them for that birth, okay? Some people are just born to poverty, into war-torn countries, maybe has a disability, birth defect. Maybe some people even got some trauma, circumstances that would break most people before they even start. Is that fair? No. Does complaining about it change it? No. Does feeling like a victim fix it? Absolutely not. In League, sometimes you queue up and you get the 019 Rengar. And how do I know this? Because I got one 2 games ago that you'll see on screen right now. Sometimes you get the guy who's playing on his phone. Sometimes you get the soft... And what I mean, like, playing on his phone is like the dude's, like, coming back to lanes on Instagram, on Facebook. I don't know, who fucking cares? Maybe he's texting his girlfriend on the way, AW boyfriend, but, like, you know what I mean, right? Like, they're always on their phone. Like there's just no clue what's going on in the game. Sometimes you get, like, some soft inter who's mad about, like, maybe, like, missed a gank. Maybe you accidentally took his Gromp when you're trying to dash to lane. And then he just gets, like, pissed for no reason and just decides to throw the entire game and wonder why he's not climbing. Sometimes you get just trolled and champ stuck by someone who just didn't get their role. Maybe they steal Ezreal from you and then they play it first time top lane. Is it fair? No. Does typing in chat change it? No. Does running it down because it's already doomed fix it? Hell no. The 99% of players stay stuck because they cannot accept this reality. They need it to be fair. They need there to be this, like, justice that exists in the game. They need to feel, like, validated as a community in their anger. Like, oh, hell, I hate this guy. Oh, he's playing Yasuo. Oh, this game's already over. How many times do I need to hear this shit, man? The 0.01% of players who are in Challenger, they accepted this truth a long, long, long time ago. Here's what the shift looks like in practice. When everyone else is typing FF15 because the Rengar is 019 running it down mid, what is the Challenger player thinking rather than yourself? Okay, this NPC is going to die in about 30 seconds. I already know, I can see the future. That means the enemy team will push mid. I can use that pressure to take top tower, then I can rotate to Drake while they're distracted. Maybe I can get the shutdown goal on whoever's there, you see that's fed, and then maybe we can actually get back into this game. When everyone else in chat's having a mental breakdown, a really, really, really exceptional player is calculating the next move. They're ruthless. They will not stop. Like, you will have these people like Phantasm. Yeah, he gets tilted. It is understandable. Be kind to yourself. It's okay to feel like... Sometimes it's okay to feel like nothing's in your control. That's totally fine to feel. My point is, you gotta be stoic. Don't let it affect your actions. Look at Phantasm. This guy gets griefed constantly. But does he ever let it affect him? No, he does not. He always looks for a way in, looks for a way out. Change your perspective. Like, don't limit yourself with all these victim mindset that, like, controls your actions. Like, it's just not realistic. It's just not just mechanics. It's not game knowledge. It's not even champion pool, okay? It's the ability to stay locked in at the highest intensity you can and keep searching for how do I get myself out of this situation no matter what or how dire the circumstances are. You need to be disciplined, patient, poised, focused, unrelenting, determined. If you do not have these traits right now, then build them. They're not genetic. They're not gifts from the heavens. They're skills that you develop through repetition and practice and choice. Every single game is practice. Every single game where you choose to stay focused instead of tilting, you're building that muscle. Take the hand you're dealt and find the most optimal path forward. Stop complaining. Stop wishing it was different. Adapt! You're humans. We adapt to things. And here's the deeper question you need to ask yourself. How do you want people in your life to perceive you? Not just in League, in life. Do you want to be known as someone who gives up easily? Someone who crumbles the moment things get hard? Someone who just trolls because they're upset? someone who can't even, like, have any self accountability. You just make constant excuses. Or do you want to be known as someone who just never gives up? Someone who's notoriously hard to kill no matter what happens. Someone who makes the enemy sweat for the LP. Someone who never cracks under pressure. Someone who will find a way when everyone else sees a dead end. Because here's what nobody tells you. The actions you take today are building your future character. They're creating your future self. Every single decision, every single game, every time you press Q, every single moment when you choose to type or choose to play, choose to blame or choose to adapt, choose to be a victim or choose to be a winner, you are building who you will become. I need you to choose carefully. Now here's the part that most people do not want to hear. The part that's going to make some of you just close the video. That's understandable. It's a choice. I'm not forcing this onto you. I'm just explaining to those who have a student mindset how I did it, okay? Most people have a victim mindset. If you ever thought, why is this shit happening to me? If you ever thought, if me and this idiot on the other team swap teams, I'd win easily. If you ever thought, why do I always get the trolls? You have a victim mentality, a victim mindset. And that victim mindset is a prison, a mental prison that's keeping you stuck, not just in your rank, in your life. Let me tell you a story that changed everything for me. For a really long time when I was younger, I was extremely overweight. Fat as fuck. Like, I'm talking about, like, I caused an earthquake every time I walked down the hallway. I'm talking about barely being able to walk up the stairs without losing my breath. That's how fat I was. I hated how I looked in the mirror. I'd avoid cameras. I'd legit wear, like, jackets, like when I went outside so people wouldn't see my tits. Like the whole thing, like, I had the whole deal. You know what? You know what I did back then? I blamed everything else. I had a victim mindset. I blamed my parents for the food they bought. I blamed my genetics. I blamed the school system for bad food. I blamed the government for allowing fast food to exist. I blamed society for beauty standards. I blamed everything, everyone, and everything. Except the person who was actually in control. Myself. When in reality, it was my trauma when I was younger that was the issue. I totally ignored it, focused on the wrong things, completely blamed everything. I had things happen to me as a kid that I just never processed. Like, I was eating to cope. I was using food as an escape. But I ignored that truth. Because acknowledging it meant I had to do something about it. It meant I had power, which also meant, and this is a big one, that meant I had responsibility. It was easier to be a victim. It was more comfortable, normal, accepted to blame anything else except myself. So here's what I learned. The moment I took responsibility, even though it wasn't 100% my fault, even though there were factors outside of my control, that's when everything changed. That's when I went to the gym. That's when I learned how nutrition actually works. That's when I learned about calorie deficits and protein intake and progressive overload. That's when I stopped blaming my parents and started cooking my own meals. That's when I stopped making excuses and started making progress. That's when the floodgates of improvement just completely swung open. Because here's the secret. You can't fix what you don't take responsibility of. The exact same thing happened with League. I was hard stuck D4 for so long. I blamed all my teammates every single game. I felt like everything was just a coin toss. I blamed the matchmaking system. I blamed Riot for bad balance. I blamed Smurfs. I blamed autofill. I blamed my leg. I blamed my mouse, my table, my monitor, my computer. Everything else was the problem, never me. Even in games where I knew I played phenomenal, I still lost. So it clearly wasn't my fault, right? Wrong! The moment I shifted my perspective and took full responsibility for every single game, win or lose, troll or no troll, fair or unfair, I climbed to master. I stopped asking, why is this happening to me? And started asking, what can I do about this situation? I stopped saying this game is unwinnable and started saying, where's the angle? I stopped typing in chat and started thinking about the damn map. Now I'm pushing for GM. I'm 300 LP now. Then I'm going to push for Challenger. And I'm going to get there with this exact mindset. I will be living proof this stuff works. In the future when I do hit Challenger, because I will hit Challenger, I promise you. come back to this video, okay? If you don't believe me now, you will believe me then. Everyone experienced griefers. Everyone experienced inters. Everyone experienced trolls. Everyone experiences soft inters who are trying but clearly mentally check the hell out. It happens at every single rank. It happens in Iron. It happens in Master. It will happen to you, and it will keep happening to you for as long as you play this game. The difference between you and a challenger player isn't that they get better teammates. They don't. They get the same teammates. You know, the same dude who's playing Rumble, supposed to be on weak side, doesn't ult the wave and gets dove and loses the game. The difference is that they don't let it affect their gameplay. They don't waste like worthless energy on it. They don't type, they don't tilt. They adapt and they find a way to win. They will find a way. You will find a solution. 99.999999 and extra 9% of people have a victim mindset. That's not exaggeration. This is reality. And that victim mindset keeps them hard stuck in their rank, in their job, in their relationships, in their health, in their life, bro. Like even in their weight loss journey. The 0.0000001% who are in Challenger, who are successful, who are winning at life, they rejected the victim mindset a long time ago. So ask yourself, do you want to be with the 99.99999%, or do you want to be different? So how do I actually implement this? How do I actually follow this exact model of improvement? How do you implement this mindset starting in 1 minute from now? Because that's when the video ends. Here are the non-negotiables, the principles you must follow if you want to break free from your shackles. Number 1, 100% intensity or as much as you can go until the Nexus goes boom. Not until your team starts losing. Not until someone makes a mistake. Until it explodes. I don't care if it's a 3v5, 4v5. I don't care if your entire team is running it down. I don't care if the enemy team is up 20 kills up. You play with 100% focus until that Nexus is destroyed. You know, when I play Valorant, you know, there's a common saying between high-elo players that, oh, okay, when we swap the rounds, like from attacking to defending, you know, people think it's over. It's like, oh, it's already like, you know, 12-0, like we got this in the bag, don't need to try anymore. Wrong. You keep trying until you win, because that one round you're not focused and they win that, it snowballs. It will snowball and it will bite you in the ass. Okay? You're not just playing to win this game. You're building the habit of never giving up. You're training your brain to always search for the angle. And in the hundreds of games where this mindset doesn't matter, there will be 10 or 20 games where it's the difference between a win or loss. That's like going from a 50 or 60% win rate to like 70. Okay? Number 2, you're not allowed to type ever. Like if I see you typing, that's end of review. Like you do not review that game. Not like I'm not talking about like GG or like nice or like hey let's go dragon. Like if the stuff doesn't directly help the game or like you win the game, you just don't do it. It's like a waste of energy. Like be efficient. Like why are you telling someone they're bad? Okay, realistically, if you tell them they're bad, not only do you have a lower chance of winning because maybe they feel like shit, and then you're gonna make them feel worse, and then they probably are gonna think about that and won't play the game. So statistically, you get absolutely nothing except from 20 seconds of you being like, haha, I'm the better player. Yeah, I'm so above this person. No, it's stupid. You know, your fingers should only touch your keyboard for abilities and items. That's it. Number 3, protect yourself at all times. This isn't just a fighting reference. In League, anything can happen at any second. Enemy can collapse on you. Your teammate can int and give the enemy a massive 700 goal shutdown. Baron can be snuck. You know, maybe you just lose Elder randomly. You can be dove under your own turret. Okay, you never know these days. You cannot predict everything. Maybe the jungler randomly decides to do red blue Grom, just comes into you as a full clear jungler. But instead of predicting, you can be ready for anything they throw at you. And you can only be ready if you're paying attention instead of scrolling on Instagram, typing to your team, raging at Gwen, who's 020, raging at Trick2G. You know, you need to be actively there in the game instead of typing or tilting your ass off. Number 4, never feel like you deserve a win. The moment you think, oh, I deserve to win this game. Yeah, I played well this game in lane. No, you've already lost mentally. You shifted from how do I win to, oh, why am I not winning? Oh, surely I deserve to win this game. Because yeah, like I don't know, like every lane lost, I guess. No, like it's stupid. Like there's a long time, like Azir, I had a mental check against Azir, and my mentor told me that, like get this like thing about, oh, you don't scale out of the window. Like you have ways to win this game. I was not thinking about my Malphite. I was not thinking about my Fed Smolder. But you know what I was thinking? Oh, Azir's so broken. Like I just lose to this guy always. Like why do I have to play against it? Like it just doesn't help. Okay, like just stop. Actually, just stop. Put the keyboard down. Okay, just put it down. Look at your keyboard. Treat it nicely. Okay. And what I need to realize is that one of this mindset is empowering, and the other one is just deliberating. What happens, what happens. Okay, you can't control everything. Be kind to yourself. Your job is to influence it as much as you possibly can, not to judge whether it's fair or not. This mindset is a lifestyle. Over thousands of games, you will not win every single game. That's just not possible. There are some games that are genuinely unwinnable no matter what you do. But it's about not letting those games affect your future games, right? Because if you let these things snowball into your mental, guess what? A game where you would have, if you just played fresh, maybe 20 kills, maybe you go 0-20 because you're stuck thinking about 2 games ago about the support coming mid and killing you for no reason. Just no nonsense, no typing, no raging, no tilting, no bullshit. Just a relentless, just a relentless pursuit of victory. Uncompromising. Okay, I can say it now. Just a relentless, uncompromising pursuit of victory. Okay, I'm gonna close it now. But I'm gonna prove this works by hitting challenger myself. I am not there yet, and I will be real. There's probably some of you like weirdos in the comments already being like, "Oh, this guy's just master. He's a noob, worst Apex tier, yada yada yada, whatever." But I am pushing for GM. Today I just hit 357 LP, and I'm very proud of that fact because I was 0 last week. But I will hit GM, and I'm gonna get there. And when I do, I want you to come back to this video because I will be the living proof that this works. Diamond for the Masters is the beginning. This was me breaking through the first barrier, the first mental block that kept me stuck for so long. Grandmaster to Challenger will be the next one. And I'm going to document the entire thing, the entire journey. Here's the thing. This mindset, I can't do it for you. I can give you the blueprint. I can show you the mindset. I can prove it to you that it works. But you have to make the choice. Are you going to stay with the 99.999% of people with the victim's mindset, the excuses, the blame? Who do you want to be known as? Or are you going to join the 0.01% of players who take responsibility, adapt to everything, and never stop searching on a way out, how to win? The choice is yours. But I will promise you this. If you make the shift, if you truly, truly, truly commit to this mentality, your entire life will change. Not just your rank. Every single thing. Your perspective will just be lifted. It'll be amazing. So stop watching this video. Go apply it. I will see you at the top. Alright, see you guys. Also, my laning guide will be out next season. And expect another video probably in a week from now. Anyway, see ya. Alright, have a good day.